Hey yo, what's good? It's your favorite Straw Hat Nico, talking about Black Clover. And why I love the series so much. It's my kind of story. A lot of things happens to make me say, oh yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, bang. Y'all feel me? Cause look, I know it's a pattern in Black Clover. A lot of the nobles hate on commoners, even if they're magic knights, because in their mind, if you're a noble, having powerful magic makes you everything, makes like a god. If you're a noble with decent magic or you're kind, it's like they hate you and they don't like you at all despite you being on the same level as them because you're both nobles. So I'm seeing something now. Problem right now in Black Clover, or at least the country of Clover, the system is crooked, it's twisted. Nobles are allowed to harass anyone that's poor and get away with it. Almost always. And if you're a poor person, it's like you're supposed to make sure you don't offend a single noble as long as you want to live. And the thing is, if you're poor, you have little to no opportunities to rank up or level up as a person, get more money, income opportunities. I'm seeing exactly what's wrong with the system and why someone like Asta or Yuno wants to change it. But I'm wondering, how come no one before them, like the previous Wizard King or Kings, haven't done anything about it? Is it because they're used to the system? They like the system? What's going on? Because the current Wizard King, based on how he's acting, I can tell he doesn't really like the idea of, oh, because of your status you get treated differently. He wants to be, in a way, an equal to everyone else. It's their friend, their buddy. Y'all get it? So I'm wondering, what exactly is stopping progress or making a new system? Is everyone kind of used to the current system to the point they can't imagine life without it? Or nobles saying, hey, if you change the way things work, we'll kill you and blackmail you, King or Wizard King? I won't answer, Sway. I really do. But we gonna see in due time what's up. I want to see more of, okay, what's causing all these issues in the country of Clover? It seems like almost every other day, someone's trying to attack them from other countries. Because we know with Clover, they make the most mages, I believe, and they have usually high skills. So I think for them, just the way they are, it's like a high emphasis on really good offensive magic, useful magic. Magic's not useful, it's like second rate to everyone else. They don't really treat you right. Because look at it, people like Finral, he's supposed to be a noble, but they treat him dirty. Second class citizen. And I don't know the exact reason why. I mean, yes, I understand his partly because it's magic and the way he acts, but what do they want him to do? They didn't get no support from him. It's not like they said, hey bro, we'll teach you how to master your magic, how to get good. They didn't do that for him. And they did probably torture him and harass him. So I'm wondering, what is the key event to all of this? Who made a system and who's trying to change it? Who's trying to keep it the same way? I want answers this way. And I love stories like this because it shows you that, in a way, systems do help society, but also hold it back. If everyone is put on the scale, how do you really know if someone deserves to be on said scale? Certain pedestals. Who's trash, who's good, you know? Makes you think about life that way. So I was saying, it's kind of similar to our society. You know, there's the working class, poor people, rich people. Rich people obviously want to stay rich. They may not understand how it feels to be, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, or how to struggle financially, make certain decisions, decide who to marry, who not to marry, all that good stuff. But if you're poor, all you think about is how I'm gonna survive tonight, the next 2 nights, how I'm gonna survive natural disaster, who's gonna help me feed my kid, you know? Gets you think about those type of questions. So I'm wondering, okay, what made the mangaka decide to make a story like this? Because usually, you know the trend, if they make certain stories like this, it's like they're trying to send a message with their story. And I'm thinking the message trying to send is, the good news about having a system about classes is everyone belongs to something. But the bad news is, not everyone gets to choose where they want to be, their direction. That's the bad part of like class systems I'm thinking it's trying to go for. Pretty cool system because, yeah, they have a king, but in a way, we didn't see him for a good minute in the story. And then we did, I was sitting here like, he's like attention. I don't know what he really does in his spare time. I don't know if he helps the citizens at all. I think he's just there to be there in a way, but I could be wrong. But I just want to know more about what's going on in the country of Clover, how to random villagers see things, how does it feel to be a noble? Like, what are they exactly seeing that makes them feel that they're superior to everyone else? What makes them say that, oh, we could change the system, but we don't want to? I want to know. To understand that, yeah, for a lot of commoners, maybe their fear is, even become a magic knight, the struggle still continues. And yes, you may be technically on the same level as a noble and be treated equal by villagers and commoners, but everyone else gonna be like, I don't respect it. I know it's a lot of times, it's like when we see exams or something happen in Black Clover, it's always like this. When a noble pops up, everyone's clapping, they're happy, and they're like, oh my goodness, we're saved, yes, show us your amazing magic. But a counter pops up, it's like in a way, they're looking at him like, oh, so you're here, what you gonna do for us? Why should we care about your magic? But it's not until a commoner proves how amazing their magic is, then they get praised. So I'm wondering, who made the system, who supports it, and what are the risks of destroying the system? Okay, if they reform the system, who's down for it? How can they make it so everyone has an equal chance, an equal playing field? Because I'm wondering, okay, what is the worst case scenario going forward with the next person becomes Wizard King? What's the best case scenario? I want to know, but I'm just curious. Like one of those stories where I just want to think about all the possibilities, all the theories of how it could all end, what's supposed to happen next, that type of thing. A lot has happened in Black Clover. Made me say, yo, I'm happy I read the story. But a lot of stuff I'm still wondering, how did we get to this point? Like, why did Asta have to be that one person where he was born without no magic? Where's his parents at? Where's Yuno's parents at? What happened? What made them become orphans? What made them say, hey, you're naturally good at this magic, you're naturally good at that magic. I just want to know the inner working system, all the possible things you can learn about this series. And I haven't felt this way about a series in a long time. Maybe since One Piece, because when I first got into One Piece, I thought about all the possibilities. I still think about all the possibilities, but I never thought a day would come I find a series I love just as much as One Piece in terms of world building, characters, character motivations, all that good stuff. But I did. And I noticed that, Black Clover's been a community, then raised out, people enjoying it, some people saying this is Fairy Tail 2.0, but if it was Fairy Tail 2.0, I wouldn't like it the same way. My biggest issue with stuff like Fairy Tail was, it felt like no matter what happens, there was no stakes involved, no real motivation to do anything. But in Black Clover, every move counts. If one noble somehow changes something, it's going to shock everyone else. It could lead to death. One commoner steps up, it makes all the other nobles feel like they're threatened, like someone's trying to take their seats, take their title away. And I like it. It's just like, what's supposed to happen? Who's right, who's wrong? I don't really know. I can't say for sure. But on one hand, you can say, you can't fully blame the nobles because they were born into this position, this status. Other side, you could say, well, yes, they were born into the position, but they can still do a lot with their clout, their position, but who knows? Like, what makes them not act sometimes? But I'm thinking, they're not all bad, but majority are just feeling like, maybe majority is saying, the reason why we don't act, because we don't have to. Why break something that's not broken? Maybe others are saying, okay, system is broke because it affects us directly. It hurts us, so let's change it. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe the Wizard King is saying, yes, I want change, but I have to think of the best option for everyone involved. And I alone can't make the decision to reform the system, so I have to wait on someone else to back me. Maybe that's it. But I want to know from you guys, if you've seen Black Clover, what kind of questions you have for this series, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what makes you lit inside every time you see a chapter, whatever. But for me personally, it's just seeing how things progress. It just gets me excited, bruh. It's like being a kid on Christmas Day. You know something gonna happen, you don't know how, where. But when you do get that present, you're just like, it was worth the wait. It was worth all the time you spent thinking about what it could be, what it should be. That's all I want to say. Black Clover is that one series where it's like a puzzle piece. Yes, you could see potentially what it could be, but until you get every piece together, you don't really know, and that's the fun part of it. And yeah, that's all my thoughts on it. So you know what to do at this point. King Kong like button, subscribe, join my Straw Hat Fleet, check out your social medias, and if you want to back me financially, you got a Patreon, link in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, you're good to go. I can say so much more, but my crew needs me.